Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Broforce. It's developed by Free Lives, it's published by Devolver Digital. It's an early access game. You can pick it up on the Steam or Humble Bundle store for $14.99. It's available on Windows and Mac. It comes with both local and online co-op. It has controller support, and I will be using the controller. It also has a level editor. You can also play an alpha build of this game on their website. I haven't really actually tried it myself, but you can play it via their Unity web player. I'll have all relevant links in the description below this video. Let's go ahead and get started. Again, as I mentioned, I'm going to be playing this with the controller. I've tried it with the keyboard. It did not go well, especially because the game doesn't really explain what the keys do, so that makes it a little bit harder. So as you can see, it is going with the pixel graphics look, which, as I've mentioned many times, that I'm 100% over. I made the same mistake I made last time. I want to continue, not start. I think I did continue. Anyway, so yeah, I'm over the pixelated graphics. In this game, it mostly works all right, given the type of game that it is. But yeah, little over it personally. But again, that's a personal thing. Oh god, and we got blowed up real good. So this game is obviously very tongue-in-cheek and making fun of kind of or giving homage to, depending how you want to describe it, to old school 80s movies. And you have your Broforce, which is a bunch of basically the badass heroes of yore. We got playing Neo right now, we get Texas Ranger, we get the Terminator, Rambo, all the guys that you would expect to get, and then some other ones. Now it's interesting because they all have a basic attack, and then they have like a secondary attack. For most enemies, oh, those are mines, I forgot about that. And I kind of wanted to switch because I don't like the melee guys because they're not as good, especially Blade. Blade is god-awful. But they all have two different types of attacks. You have your basic attack, which is, again, usually some kind of a ranged attack. Well, I don't even know what blew me up there. Maybe there was a mine there. And you also have a grenade. Hopefully you don't get Blade. Okay, good. So I can throw it. And again, they have different types of grenades. Oh, I jumped out of one and jumped to the other. Not very easy trying to talk and pay attention at the same time. And again, as you can see, I'm getting different bros. Now I'm playing as the Terminator. Now this gun is pretty interesting in that it takes a little bit to wind up and it knocks me backwards. Now, of course, wow, it really has a lot of push. And if you look at the bottom left, you see how many lives I have, which right now is only one. I'm about to get a second one if I don't die first. Let's go ahead and kill those guys. Now, you can see those, people that you can rescue. Those are your bros. That gives you an extra life. Now we're playing as Ash, and of course, we have the shotgun. I mean, why would we not have the shotgun? You also have a secondary attack. Forgot about the barrel. So hard. It's hard to pay attention to all the little things when I'm trying to describe the video. Blade sucks. Like, he is awful. I'm just going to kill him immediately. He is total shit. His melee weapon does crap damage. Hopefully they make him not terrible at some point. But yeah, Blade is god-awful. Let those guys get killed by the mines. You can tell the mines because they have those little flags. I'm going to break our bro out of, well, not really jail, but now we're playing, I don't really remember who Will Smith's character was in Men in Black. But anyway, you can see we have 2 lives. That means that if we, shit. I was just barely avoided that. Let's go ahead and blow this up. And save this person. One thing I don't like is when you save someone, it automatically switches. You have no choice. You have to switch. And as far as I can tell, and I've tried pressing all my buttons on my PS4 controller, which is what I'm playing with right now, and I can't switch bros. So I would at least like the option of, if I save a bro, give me the option to switch to all the bros that I have with me. Because sometimes I really don't want to save one because the bro I have is better than the one that I'm saving. Alright, it looks like that's just constant death. So let's ignore the hell out of that. Now, as you can see too, all of these environments are destructible, which is very handy in this situation since it's a non-stop bombardment from the bottom. You also have these ammo packs, which will give you more grenades. At the bottom left, again, you can see my lives. You can see the bro that I'm using. And you can send me grenades. Now, you have different numbers of grenades based on who you're playing as. I forget which grenade he has. Let's throw that up there. Didn't mean to grab that, but it worked out well. Oh, let's save whoever this is. Unlocked. Boondock Bros. I guess this is probably Boondock Saints. I never saw Boondock Saints, which I realize is some kind of a crime in some countries. But a lot of times I'll just go underneath, which is, you know, obviously the bravest way to go. Now, you don't normally have these non-stop missiles coming down, but oh, I thought that, okay, I was gonna say, I swore there was a flag there. But yeah, that's a new thing. After you've saved X number of bros, you unlock more and more, well, bros that you can save. So, for example, at the beginning of the game, I think you only really have access to, the very last one got me. You only have access to like 1, or like maybe like 5 bros that you can save. But then after you save 10, you get access to, you know, the Terminator or whatever. Again, it's all random, so you can't really pick. It's just, I don't think it's random per se. Wow. Some of these guys are getting a little bit more hostile. Normally they just stand there and you kill them with one shot. The easy guys. Now there are different types of enemies. Now these are the shotgun enemies. These are the basic enemies. Very easy to kill. Then you have these guys, the trucks, who bring more enemies. So you want to blow the truck up if you can before it unleashes the enemies out. Some dogs. There's a Satan guy in a vest that you're supposed to kill, apparently. And then, of course, when you beat the game, a helicopter comes by. You jump on the ladder, and everything blows up behind you. And you get to see all the enemies that you've killed up to this point. And it shows you how long it took you to do it. Let's play one more stage, and I'll show you some of the options. Now we have Mr. T, bro. I need to use my missiles more often. You also have a melee attack. This seems to do a pretty hefty amount of damage. In fact, against like these guys, it can be handy if you get on the right side of them, because you can just bounce them, and obviously those big dudes take a lot more hits. Now, Mr. T has a flamethrower. I don't remember him having a flamethrower in the show, but it's been about 20 years, so I very well could have forgotten. So down here, of course, we have a bro we need to save. Let's go ahead and cut him out. Now, sometimes you want to use this sword or the dagger because it's quiet. So if you're trying to sneak up on enemies, it can be quite handy. Now, I really like being able to break through the ground. I haven't found a lot of hidden items this way. It doesn't seem like they hide things behind the dirt a whole lot. That I've just been unlucky. Let's go ahead and use our whip. Now, some special grenade or special attacks don't really kill immediately. Oh, I see. That was Neo's special. It looks like it made bullets reflect, which was pretty nice, actually. Beat the shit out of this guy. I think he might be dead. Keanu, whoa. I really do not like the melee guys because it's hard to break barrels because you'll usually die immediately. Let's ooh, that was nice, except I still ended up dying. So we'll give it a few more goes. This is pretty much the gameplay. It's very simplistic. Run around, shoot things. Like I say, I do like the elements of... Oh, wow. His little face at the bottom is going ballistic. That was his special move, if you couldn't figure that out. Let's get him out of here. The guys with the dynamite on them will blow up after a few seconds. Either they will run into you and blow up, or after you've killed them, they will blow up like a second later or half a second. Now, Arnie here has this chain gun, but it has a wind-up, and it, as you can see, pushes you back. So you definitely have to be careful. That has killed me a few times. It has coconuts knocking these guys out. Oh. Yeah, you really gotta watch, especially when there's a lot of enemies like this, because like that one last enemy is going to kill you with one bullet. And if you haven't noticed, you do die with one hit. Now, there's a lot of enemies like that guy right there, or tanks that you might run into that you can actually dig underneath. Oh, God. You can actually dig underneath them and take them out that way. Again, I really like that aspect of the game. There's also these doors here. Enemies will constantly spawn out of them unless you knock the bottom out of it. Hew, hew, hew. But once you do that, once you knock all the bottom out, hew, hew, hew again, then the enemies will pour out of it for a little bit and then break. And of course, you look for these America boxes, which have more weapons in them, of course, because America means weapons. Oh, wow, I jumped right into that. Unfortunately, we got Blade. In my opinion, which is 100% accurate, Blade is total shit. he is just not good at all. I haven't found a good use for him. His damage is incredibly low for his sword. Those were explodey guys. If I could kill the explodey guy and have them land like right on the top here, it would work. But I want to kind of show you how this works. If I can... Oh. And of course, he did it and killed me in the process. We'll try one more time. I think I said that before, but yeah, I need to mix it up at least a little bit. Now, I like Judge Dredd's special, and this might be a little tricky to pull off, but it's got a remote control missile. Oh, boom, perfect. I'm just going to go down here. Other bros that you may or may not see, depending on how well I do here, Robocop, or Brobocop, I think, as he is called. I think I did show him, but I died very quickly. We got Rambo. I think who else? I haven't unlocked them all yet, so I'm not sure what else is available currently. Now, I did mention that this is an early access game. They are going to be adding more bros and more missions. I have a grenade. Nice. Had to kill this guy. Obviously, this guy's not too smart. Shooting him in the back, and he decides to shoot my way. Maybe he's thinking I was on his team. You can also, I meant to show you that too. You can also like kind of wall climb and wall hang. I'm trying to find a good example. Wait for that barrel. I've died quite a few times of those. Come on, there we go. So you can hold on to the wall, but of course you will slide down. But you can also like use that to wall jump. And if there's ledges like this, you can actually pull yourself up like that. It's all very fluid. It feels very good. Now, just to kind of show you what I was talking about before, how you can destroy the landing underneath enemies sometimes. If it's a like nasty enemy that you don't want to risk dying, because again, pretty much every hero dies with one hit. But of course, in the movies, they never get shot, period. Even if they're standing in the middle of a rice paddy field, they're not going to get hit. Let's go under here. Now we've created a big drop for him. And of course, get him there. And there he goes. Now, sometimes that won't kill them, but, you know, it can get them out of the way if you don't want to kill them, if you just want to get past them. But most of the time, it'll kill them as long as it's far enough away. Who do we get? Walker, Texas Ranger. Of course, again, he has a shotgun. Now, his grenade's pretty awesome. I'll go ahead that over there. What that does is mark a spot and drops a bunch of rockets. Again, I have no idea if and when the oh god, Mr. Norris. Wow, I forgot his name there for a second. I think that was a crime. Okay. Now this is going to be much easier to do because, well, I don't even know what killed me that time. I think a guy shot me as he fell. But as you can see, it was much easier than with Blade because he's got that really crappy sword. So now we have... Oh, God, what was his name in the movie? Oh, I didn't think it was that close. My bad. Save him, Mr. T. But yeah, that was Bruce Willis from Die Hard, obviously. What do you have? Oh, a regular grenade. And I died in the process. I am kind of trying to blow through this. Generally, you want to be a little slower and more planned out. Because you do die in one hits. But let's go ahead and go back. Oh, there's Robocop. Let's return to the menu. Just show you some of the other modes. There's custom campaigns. Is this the one I was wanting to look for? Most played online levels. Here we go. Yeah, these are basically, well, these are user-created levels. And I've only played one or two. Right now, obviously, it's still pretty young. So yeah, the levels were pretty basic, but you know, relatively fun nonetheless. Let's go to Riot City, I guess. I think this is one that somebody made. I'm thinking this game would be a lot more fun multiplayer, but quite frankly, you could say that about any game. Even the most mediocre game is at least halfway decent multiplayer most of the time. So you have Ash, but see, here's the thing. I don't want to switch from Ash, but I don't want to lose the lives, so we'll go with Indiana Jones. For whatever reason, he has a flare gun. Again, maybe that was something in one of the movies that I missed. Now, these guys with shields can be annoying. Oop, somebody fell to their death there. I'm always really good at jumping into the bullets right as they come out. Let's see what their special is. Oh, the other guy. The other brother. Oh, no, there's another person there. I'm sure it's a reference to something that I don't know. Oh, wow, he's doing a pretty good job. Well, he was. Go kill them. Go kill the big guy. Let's just leave that dog there. Oh, nope, that's our guy. That's our guy. Leave him alone. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting combination of being fast-paced, but at the same time, you can't go crazy because you can die easily. And unless you want to redo the stage over and over again, you want to watch your ass a bit. But does have that mindless... Ooh, I almost jumped right into that brilliantly. I don't... Will Smith's character for Men in Black is also one I do not enjoy playing. Just because his gun is nice, but it has a knockback. And that can be a little distracting. Neo, I also not big fan of. I like him much better than Blade, though. My God. So let's go ahead and get that started. Because again, remember, the chain gun has to actually rev up. But it does a lot of damage. See, I feel like they do a pretty good job of balancing a lot of these, but some of them definitely feel better than others. Overall, like some of them definitely feel more stronger. More stronger? How about just stronger? I think that would work fine. I also like that you don't die from falling. Ah, damn. Jumped right into that. Speak of the devil. It's Blade, my favorite. Now, his special is kind of nice. To give him credit where credit is due. I gotta wait for them to shoot. Like, he just does like a running slash, which is really nice. It kills most enemies immediately. And apparently all the planks that you were standing on as well. A lot of good that shield did you. Get out of here. I think from most levels, the goal is to kill the devil in the suit. I'm sure, again, that's probably a reference to something I'm not familiar with. But yeah, I don't know. So far, let's check the other options before we leave. See, we got 4 more rescues until the next unlock. I don't know who the next bro is, but let's return the menu. That was one of the. I think that was a player created. Play online. Again, I've tried that before. It didn't work for me. Let's see. As it says, it's still a bit unstable. We're improving it every day. If you encounter any known issues, etc., etc. So we're going to bother trying that. 'Cause like I said last time, it did not go well at all. It does have a level editor. It also has a race mode and an explosion mode and a deathmatch. These are all multiplayer. You need somebody else to play you with those. Does that make sense? It wasn't proper English, but you get what I'm trying to say. Lastly, let's check the options. Now, it very much annoys me when a game does not have sound that separates sound controls for both music and sound effects. I don't like that it's just music on or off. It's like, well, I want the music, but I don't want it as loud. It's not too loud, but I would still like to be able to control it. But you can turn it off. Screen distortion on or off. I've got it on. I don't know if that's the shaking or not, but normal difficulty versus hard. I'm assuming hard, they probably take more hits. I haven't tried it yet. You can also clear your unlock, so like if you want to start all over from step 1, you can do so. You can configure the controls either on the keyboard or the game pads. And again, I would, if you're going to play this solo or play it online, I strongly suggest that you get a controller, because I did not enjoy trying to play it with a keyboard. Though again, part of that was because I didn't know what the hell the controls did. Because the game didn't explain it in game, and I didn't feel like running to the configure controls and memorizing what they do. So I just grabbed my controller and was much happier that way. It shows my name on the leaderboards, which I'm probably not going to be there. We can set the resolution and toggle full screen, and that's it for the options. So, Broforce. Overall, I enjoy it. I feel like it's one of those indie games, though, that's getting way more hype than, like, the game doesn't live up to the hype, if that makes sense. It's enjoyable, but I don't find myself thinking, wow, this is, like, totally amazing. I'm not addicted to it. I don't get hooked to it, but it's fun. It's fun way to kill a little bit of time. It's only $15. It is early access still, so they are going to add more missions. And like I say, overall, I've enjoyed my time with it, but I also don't think it's not phenomenal, but it's fun. And it doesn't have to be phenomenal, right? It's fun. It's $15. They're going to keep making it better. So yeah, definitely check it out. The only issue I've had so far with this game, there was one level where it's an auto-scrolling level where you're being chased by a helicopter. That one was like, they've tried to find everything to be annoying in that one. You have a slow auto-scroller. You have a quote-unquote cinematic that you have to sit through every single time if you die. It has severe screen shaking at one point, so it's very hard to see where you are. Other than that, I think the level design has been fun. And again, one of my favorite parts is the fact that you can destroy the terrain and kind of either go around enemies entirely, or maybe dig underneath them and sneak up behind them and kill them stealthily. I really like that. It actually does add a fun strategic element to the game. So yeah, definitely check it out. Again, they do have that playable alpha build that you can play via the website. The link will be in the description below the video, so check that out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you'd like to see more videos like this covering games that you may or may not have heard of, make sure to subscribe, like my videos if you like them, leave comments, let me know if you've played this game, and let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you next time.